Hello and welcome back to the Argonian adventures. We are currently in a war where our daughter has been kidnapped, so we need to win the war and then hopefully we can get her back. Beyond that, there's not a lot else that we're doing. It was suggested that potentially our rituals are going to cause us an issue with magic generation. I don't think it's going to be that much of a problem. We're currently still gaining 0.9 per month in terms of magicka. We're only actually losing 0.6 from all of our rituals, and we only actually have one spell. If we have a look at our spell here, our spell is Resilience. We cast it a little bit when we first got it, just to be like, we got a spell, we can cast it. But if we think about when we should use it, this is only resistance. So resistance to injury and resistance to disease. So this isn't like a buff spell. This isn't something that you're going to cast every single time you have it up. This spell literally only counters negatives. So if you don't have any of these negatives, there's no reason to cast it. I mean, there was no real reason for us to cast it on ourselves. I mean, we have it on ourselves, but it's only countering penalties, as it says here. Same on this one. Yeah, we are only countering penalties, and we have no penalties. So I think actually this one did affect something, because when we laid an egg, that would have been -2 penalty, assuming that that counts. So that might have done something then, but anyway, it's not a huge buff. And then even if we look at our daughter here, who we cast it on as well, although they've got negative from dungeon, I actually don't know if that does anything, because this is only a disease resistance, and dungeon is not a disease. A dungeon is a dungeon. So yeah, I don't think that's doing anything currently. Did we cast it on our other daughter? We did. So this one I think is actually doing something, because I think sickly would count as a disease. So on this daughter it matters, but beyond that, it's not like a hugely important thing to have, and it doesn't cost very much. The highest level only costs 80, so like we're probably gonna hit that, you know, if we just leave it sitting there. If we have a look at our other mage, though, we have a look at this guy. This guy has a whole bunch. If we were put this guy, he has a whole bunch of spells, and this would be a situation where you might want to lower your rituals, because like transmute, we go to grand, that's costing 240, which is hugely expensive. Like that is something where you really need to think about like saving your magicka for as long as possible, because otherwise you're never going to be able to cast that. I think that's the difference between our situations. Ours are we have one really cheap spell. This guy has a ton of like quite expensive spells. They're all useful, but they're quite expensive. I mean, he does have resilience as well, which I hope he isn't casting, but anyway. These are our weirdly, that's our rituals, right? Huh. Interesting. If I cast a let me leave here for a second and then go back. It'll do it in this screen. If I go cast spell on him, can I see his rituals? No. These are still our rituals. Okay. Unless he also has those same rituals on, but that seems very unlikely. Actually, is there a way of seeing his magicka per month? That might be a way of telling. No, there doesn't appear to be a way of seeing his magicka gain per month, so yeah, who knows. You could probably work it out if you knew what it should be based upon his magicka value, or his arcana value, but anyway. Right. Oh yeah, and somebody wants to see our holy sites. There you go, there's our holy sites. So Hatchling Pools, Thorn, Hismir, Deep March, and Vakabok. And then just to complete that one there, holy sites. So Mirkwood gives you 20% conversion speed. Hatchling Pools gives you 10 popular opinion. Thorn gives you 0.1 prestige per night. And then the other two are piety and different culture opinion. And yeah, we get them if any member of the if any member of our faith holds a holy site, every member of the faith gets the bonus. So yeah, we're getting these bonuses anyway. And then the only ones we're not getting are these two, right? And I know I literally was just in there. No, so it's Hismir and Root Whisperer. So we're not getting yeah, we're not getting this one, and we're not getting this one. So yeah, we will get this one in a second, because that'll be that one. So it'll literally just be this one at the bottom we don't have then. Cool. Anyway, back to Stormhold. We're going to go and de-siege that, which seems like a good idea to me. 10 months left. It is our holding. I think de-sieging it makes a lot of sense. And our liege can start sieging the next thing. We've got 7 months in ours, they've got 5 months in theirs, which is pretty much perfect, because if this army comes back, they're probably going to attack us, and at which point our liege can help us. Hatchling's educator died, and Rasha is no longer a court mage. What happened to him? Died of old age. Ah. Well. Go with Errol. Or you. I think Errol is better, but before we do that, let's just have a quick look here. This doesn't cost anything to do, so we'll do that right now. It costs something if we want one, but that's a different question. Oh, also I need a court physician ASAP. Macna, you're back in. Cool. Court mage. So, Renum. Renum, you're very good, but you don't have the spell I'm after. Aslo. You don't have the spell I'm after, so you both failed to impress me. It means we're going back to Erraldrum. Who also, actually no, he doesn't have the spell either. Oh no, the person who had the spell died. Yes, nobody has it, so in which case I don't need a court mage. Nobody has the, yeah, the spell that, nobody has transmute, so yeah, I guess we'll just leave that there then. Okay. These guys coming to attack me? I'm not entirely sure if they are or not. I kind of assume that they are, but we'll see. Got 3 months left on your siege. Do I want to assault? How quick does it go? 8 days? As long as it's going to take you? It's going to take you 17 days to get there. I think I want to do an 8-day siege, right? How bad is it going to be? 20 casualties per day? So we're going to lose 160 troops? Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take that. Yeah, that seems good. And then I'm going to take a retreat back down here. That 100% is the right option. I can't see any way where that wasn't the right option to do that and retreat so that we can reinforce and then join this one. You'd like to grant me a vassal. Greetings, my benevolent vassal. I've decided to make Nasa Casa of Alton Torment your vassal. Okay. Thanks. I accept. That's my friend. Are you in, like... Oh, you are my duchy, I see. That's fine. We only hold one duchy, right? Yeah. And then these duchies are actually held by somebody else. Yeah, so that's fine. Okay. We might be in a situation if our liege takes the title and then they destroy the duchy titles. That could be a problem for us, but yeah, we'll figure it out. As in, not our liege, but like if our liege is going to take the kingdom title, right? The kingdom of Shadowfen. But this person still holds the duchy. But if they hold no land in the duchy, in theory, they'll destroy the duchy title. Because that's what the AI does. So, in theory, that would then mean the duchy title is available, and then we could create the duchy via Confederate partition, which would be bad. Also, we have 100% war score. I would love to join you in this bit here. Feud. Desperate measures. Our feud with House Drethen has been a disaster. We're no closer to revenge, and their outrages only continue. If we were to end this vendetta properly, perhaps it's time to deliver a coup de grace. So, it's basically saying you're in a feud. Have you considered murder? So it means we can start one of these without taking any stress, which I guess is kind of cool. Yeah, let's start one against Councilwoman Ordris. That's fine. And then, is anybody willing to join? We've got 13 willing to join here. Yeah, they're not high percentages. Is that because we're at war with each other? I'm terrified by her. That's not good. Yeah, nobody's really into this, unfortunately. So only this person who's into it. That would give us a 41% chance. 41 is fine. The problem is that the secrecy is really low and it's a long time. Yeah, I'm just going to abandon that. It's going to 10 years till I can do it again, but I think it's just a sensible thing to abandon that for now. you know, win the war. We're at 100%. Anytime now you can just end the war. There we go. We won the war led by King Madesi, the slave king of Thorn, against Grand Magnate Dralven of House Dres. So, he gets a bunch of, he gets some legitimacy, some fame. Allies get some prestige, which is what we get. You will seize all territories, so he seizes all of that. All of these people have become his vassal, which is crazy. So they're now all vassals. And then, yeah, all of this happens. So we got 150 prestige due to being the only ally who helped. And you get 100 opinion with our king, which is great. And all of this land next to us is now, you know, it's now held by like vassals of our king. So we can now declare on those guys if we want to, which is an interesting thought. Now, we do run into the issue where if we take the land and then we take enough land to make a duchy, our land will split in two due to what's it called? Due to Confederate partition. That's a problem. In fact, our land's already splitting a little bit due to Confederate partition, because this is going away, but it's only a county. If we get enough that a duchy splits, that means our everything we hold splits in half, which is not ideal. How do we get to partition again? I do not have a feudal or clan government. That's really going to be a problem. Yeah, rule by might, we don't have that. Yeah, we're pretty much just in a bad spot in terms of making that happen for us. So the only way out of this situation for us is to become a king, or a queen in our case, right? To get a king level title. So the way that we get out of this is we hold Shadowfen, because then it won't split it in two. But we can't hold Shadowfen because our liege holds Shadowfen. We could break from our liege, but that's not going to work. Now we could try and take Thorn, but actually taking Thorn doesn't help our issue, because if we take Thorn, then our land would split between Shadowfen and Thorn. In fact, I think you can probably see this already. Our liege, if we have a look at his children, you're heir to Thorn, and you're heir to... Why is the other person not heir to Shadow Marsh? Is your succession not? Yours is Confederate partition. And you hold two... No, you don't hold two kingdom titles. Does the other person still hold the kingdom? No, the kingdom's not created. But you control everything in it. Therefore, Confederate partition should split your land in two. Right? Yeah, Confederate partition should split your land in two. Okay, we'll figure that. That'll probably sort itself out. Let's wait on that one. Anyway, what I'm saying is it might seem like a good idea to attack and to take some of this land, but it might end up backfiring slightly. Yeah. We hold all of that duchy now. How much would we need to usurp this duchy? I don't want to. I just want to know how many I'd need. I have 1 of 3. So we can take 1 in this duchy without it being a problem. And then this duchy down here, Burkwater. We can take so we can take 1 in each. So we can take 1 out of that and 1 out of that if we want to. So I could potentially declare war for something like Cradle of Shadows or... Well, you're Argonian, you can stay. I guess we could declare for Cradle of Shadows. I mean, that was something we declared for a while back. 145 troops. It seems like a good opportunity, yeah. I do not have a Casus Belli. Oh, because I don't have Conquest Casus Bellis outside of the realm. And you're converting. Okay. When we can get a claim, I would love to do that. Declare wars. Let me just see if we've got anybody who's... Hatchling pools, we have wars. Wait, what war do I have against you? I have Nasakasa's claims. I see. Okay. Yeah. They have war claims on any of the rest of this. There is a chance our liege just gives us some of this land. No, so yeah, I don't have claims on the rest of that. Okay, well I guess we're gonna have to chill while we wait for this, because I don't want to stop our conversion, because we're, you know, a third of the way through and it's still got 7 years left. I guess we'll chill for now. What's this? Ransom. Yeah, I'll pay you 100 gold for my daughter back. That seems like a good thing. Okay. Cool. Do we maybe want to raid? I guess that might be our thing. Oh, you've just created a new vassal over here. I see. They didn't give us the land on either of those. They just created new vassals. Oh, interestingly, you're an autocracy. Yeah, which is a feudal one, it said, right? Or it said it was equivalent to feudal previously. Because ours is tribal. Yeah. So those are both autocracies. Oh. Wait, what's our lieges? Our lieges is tribal. Interesting. Everyone knows of Raelim's reciprocated rivalry with Brand-Shei, but what of the future? Yeah. Well, you can be my rival. I didn't realize you... Yeah, actually, we found out last time you stopped being my rival. So yeah, you can be my rival again. We are losing, but that's fine. Right. Hist Communion we could do again. We could also potentially do a little raiding if we wanted to. How's House Dres looking? They're weak, but not weak enough really to raid, actually. Well, maybe. I suppose they're fairly weak. We could maybe raid something like over here, where it'd be difficult for them to defend. Yeah, somebody said I needed to look at the new path if I was looking at raids. Unlocks the ability to raid, but we already have it because we're tribal, I think. Oh, unlocks the ability to raid overseas, but we already have it. Let's double check this, actually. Yeah, I'm going to go raid just to do some experimentation. That says that it unlocks the ability to raid, but I'm fairly certain we have the ability to raid overseas, so... Oh, unable to raid across the sea, it says. It says it right there. Oh. So that's locked. So although... interesting. So although this one says unlocks the ability to raid, which obviously we already have, but it unlocks it again. This one unlocks the ability to raid overseas, and that is actually locking it. That's a new lock. Ah, so we can't raid there. I really want to raid Argonians, so let's cancel this here. Huh. Interesting. Okay then. So I'd have to walk if I wanted to raid, like walk over to House Dres and raid it. We could potentially walk over here and raid these guys. Yeah, they don't seem that strong. Have you been raided? Nope. Alright, well, I think we're going to go raid them. Let's rally point ourselves up here. Let's raise local raiders. Let's see if it will let us. So can I raid here? Yeah, it's happy for me to raid here. Okay. I've been appointed King Madesi's court mage. Oh, interesting. What does that give me? I actually don't know what that gives me. How would I find that out? Oh, your position's at your liege's court. Okay, so that gives... That's giving him... Is that giving me one learning or him one learning? What does my court mage do if I was to put them in? Our court mage gives court grandeur and court grandeur. So that must be my benefits, right? Because he's getting a court grandeur benefit. So I'm getting a learning and a prestige from this. Is that correct? Yes, I am getting 1 learning and I must be getting 0.5 prestige. Somewhere. Yeah, court mage. Cool. Okay. Well, that's nice. Yeah, thank you for that one. I guess that means, though, he's going to use my magicka. That's not ideal. Anyway, I've been invited to a hunt in the hatchling pools. Now, the hatchling pools is right here. Or, yeah, they are right here. So, yeah, you know what? I'll join. I don't really need these guys. I don't need to spawn new people in. But, yeah, I'm happy to walk there. Yeah, it's a little dangerous, but I think we'll be fine. Let's do that. Something to do. Right. A hidden stash. While I steal a moment of solitude away from the travel group, I stumble upon a locked chest, cleverly concealed behind a cluster of imposing rocks. Could it be the hidden cache of bandits frightened off by our presence, or perhaps the belongings of a resourceful adventurer who decided to store some provisions in the wilderness? Regardless of its origin, I find myself drawn to the challenge posed by the lock itself. If I successfully open it, I could lay claim to the chest's contents. As the true owner is nowhere in sight, only lingering question is whether the effort to unlock this enigmatic chest is truly worth my time. Well, this is a new event, so I kind of feel like I want to. We will use our magic to open it? Sure. On Vorisalms? Startling accounts from locals recount Vorisalms detecting prey, swiftly closing the gap over considerable distances, engulfing victims before they grasp the impending danger. Moments later, they regurgitate the stripped bones, retreating to their previously sun-soaked sanctuaries. These bizarre oozes defy conventional understanding. Without visible sensory organs or internal anatomy, they display remarkable mobility, demonstrating hunting prowess that belies their seemingly primitive nature. Regrettably, my fellow traveller Makna was assailed by one of these creatures before she could become aware, and presently the entity is in the process of eroding her. Urgent action on my part becomes imperative. Well, I mean, it is a family trait to help. It is not a family trait to back out. I, however, really, really do not want to die again. But it is a family trait to try and help. It's a really high chance we die, though. Okay, so it's a 16% chance we defeat them. It's an 83% chance we're defeated. Out of that 83% chance, there's a 28% chance that that we die, and there's or a 71% chance we're wounded. So it's 16% chance of us of like it being over, right? So it's 83 on the other side, so we're calling that like 4/5 chance that we get beaten, and then it's a 1/4 chance after that. There's no chance we die. Victory! Aha, fantastic. Well, there was very little chance we succeeded, but we did, so that's all that matters. And we saved Makna from a horrible death to an ooze. Okay, and we have now arrived at the hunt. Okay. Good prospects. Rila assembles the party as the sun rises over the camp in the wetlands near hatching pools. The local gamekeepers have scoured the vicinity for recent tracks and fumes. And ultimately, Nasa Tiga decides she wants to hunt a fox today. Okay. A secluded shrine. As the hunt goes on, you find yourself separated from your group and in a part of the hunting ground you have never seen before. Around you, the singing of birds and the various noises made by bigger beasts have grown quiet, and you can feel a higher presence overseeing this land. As you slowly press on, you find a small and secluded shrine, dedicated to none other than the Daedric Prince Hircine, father of the hunt and prince of lycanthropy. I mean, I don't know what our character would do, but I'm definitely leaning towards, like... Oh, I was thinking, like, issuing a prayer, but, like, ooh. Secretly converting and gaining a secret faith? I don't know if we want to do that. I think a prayer could be interesting, though. Yeah. It's got a ... That could lead to anything. Interesting. I don't know if we need a secret faith. I don't know if we need this. I think we're fine without this for now. I do think a prayer to Hircine, though. Let's just be a little bit heretical. Oh wait, no, I'm slipping into my Warhammer-ness. Be a little bit on the side of the Daedric princes. I think that's fine. Cornering the fox. My acquaintance Ivrosa is the first to spot its flowing tail. The devious dog is hard to distinguish, but there's no doubt it's there, observing us through the dancing reeds. Nasa Tiga takes off after the beast, crying, "Come, it's getting away!" Okay. We've arrived, and we are now fighting an army, which we are about to defeat. Cornering the fox. We can hardly keep up with the blasted beast as it darts and weaves through the dancing reeds, barking wildly. Scaling a rise and disappearing into a dense thicket, the fox has gone as quickly as it appeared, only with panting dogs and sweaty horses to show for it. The damn thing is gone. we are returning empty-handed, but we are a hunter now, so we get extra prowess, stress loss, and opinion of hunter characters. And we got some legitimacy, which has moved us to rightful. We are the rightful rulers of our own lands, which is a new state for us. So we get all of these benefits that it says here. Just kind of nice, you know? It's just a nice set of benefits. Okay. Growing strong. Hey, my hatchling's no longer sickly. Wonderful. And we have now arrived back as well. My regency ended. They gained some prestige for being my regent, and I've been invited to a hunt. I see, you go to one hunt, and then suddenly everyone's inviting you to hunts. Okay. So where is this hunt? It is in Omavel. I have to leave now if I'm going. I don't think I'm going to that one. It's too far away. Yeah, we'll go to something closer. Nice. So we've now taken that. So are you guys attacking House Dres? You are. Okay, that's interesting. Not so much interesting that they're attacking, but interesting in that we could potentially sneak in here and raid. I take attrition, right, if I go one more over? Yes. Okay. So let's maybe head down here like we're about to go over to House Dres and raid. Yeah, maybe, you know what we'll do first? We'll head back to Stormhold, drop off our loot. That seems like a good idea. This guy's creating an independence faction. Okay. The Ring of Rivalry. While pursuing some enchanting tomes, I find a very interesting little enchantment. It involves producing an illusory yet an irritating sound heard only by the wearer of the artifact, deafening them. Immediately the hag Odris comes to mind. Producing a little ring bearing that particular enchantment would be somewhat expensive, but I would revel in her misery. I'll get you to revel in misery. You're 8 gold back. So we just spent 50 on a ring to annoy our rival, and then we got 8 gold back. Wonderful. I'm gonna sneak over here and raid if that's allowed. It's like a little, tiny little raid in here. This probably isn't even worth them. How much does our army cost? Our army costs 1 per month, and we're only getting 8 from this. This just isn't worth it, right? Like, unless we capture somebody. So, I mean, we're gonna come back. Is this also raidable? It is, yeah. So we're gonna come back, and we're gonna have earned, like, nothing. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. It's the thought that counts, and my thought was that I've raided them. You've arrived with claim on the Leal of Sun Strandmarsh. Where is that? That's over there. Okay. Again, held by an Argonian, so I'm not immediately thinking that we should do anything about that, but interesting. New magic perk. Okay. Let's maybe... I don't know what we want here. We could go apprentice restoration. We could keep going down restoration, maybe. Maybe get, like, apprentice restoration for mend wounds. That could be useful. Yeah. And it might be time to switch, actually. We've got a little bit of magic in here. It might be time to switch over here, because this is where our true strengths lie, and we could get groomed to rule and start pushing down here for some extra stats. Yeah, I think I want to push down here for extra stats. In fact, I'm also going to grab the extra fertility, so we can have more children. Although, in theory, we don't actually want more children, because an heir and a spare is ideal with Confederate partition, because then your land doesn't split too much, but... Anyway. For Argonians, you gain 250 piety each time you have a child, so... RP-wise, it makes more sense to do that. Anyway, it's fine. Right. You can appoint a worthy successor to the Dres Hunter. Oh, did our guy leave? Oh, no, he just became worse. Didn't leave, he just became worse. I see. Well, I guess you can go in there then. It's fine. Okay. Cool. Romance. Declaration of love. I'm walking the gardens with some of the ladies at court when I notice my husband approaching. I step aside to let him pass, but to my great surprise he blocks my path and kneels before me. Before I have time to properly process this turn of events, Raj Kal Kimamota begins to sing. To my great dismay, the man before me cannot carry a tune to save his life. It takes a while before I'm able to identify the song. It's a famous Halil love ballad. He has altered the lyrics to include my name and mentions of my physical appearance, ruining the rhythm even further. So I can say you flatter me, or abandon this foolish endeavor immediately. I think he flatters us. He is our husband, after all. It seems like that would be fine. Okay, cool. Neighboring ruler lost war. So you've immediately lost another war. Okay. So you've lost that, and you're in another war. You're defending against people from the north as well. House Dres is very drastically, quickly losing land. Okay. Interesting. Do we have a war we could declare against them? We do. We could conquer a county. We could try expanding north. That's a different duchy, so that wouldn't cause us any issues. Yeah, maybe it's our turn. I'm going to declare my war on you. I'm going to conquer that one directly to the north. And we're going to push in here. Let's do it. Alright, let's raise some troops. And let's go to war. They're going to be very busy in their other wars, so we should be good to just run in here. So run in. Let's start sieging. We're stronger than them either way right now, so that's okay. I've laid an egg. Oh, perfect. We can test something. No, we can't. Although we could if I cast a spell. So I'm going to cast Resilience on ourselves here. Does this actually give us prowess resistance? Let's have a look. So we'll go out and in. I guess I need to wait a day. Yes, it does. So that does actually negate the penalty from laid an egg. Cool. That's kind of neat. It's not really something that's that useful. Our prowess is not one of our strong suits, but it's good to know that works. Okay. You've increased control. Wonderful news. Wonderful news. So that's over here you've increased control. Great. So how much is this worth to us now? It's worth 1 gold a month plus 300 troops. Not bad. Your new job is to increase Stormhold back up. Stormhold's currently sitting at 76, so it'd be good to get that improved a little. It's because when you lose a siege, it loses control. There is actually something in here which stops that. During hardships, yeah, enemy occupations do not lower control. So, we don't have that, obviously, but anyway. Your counselor succumbed to a fatal apoplexy. Ah, we need a new steward. Our new steward is going to be this person. There we go. I'm going to put in somebody who's good at the job for now. Okay. And then 5 months until we have the war goal. Designate a guardian for our daughters. This is our daughter and heir. Does anyone actually have a positive trait here? Macna does. We could potentially send her overseas, though. Oh, wait a second. Our rival just became the leader of House Dres, and they have more troops. Oh, no. That's oh, not of House... Yeah, of the House Dres, that being the name of the realm. But they are now head of their realm. Interesting. Okay, and they also have more troops because that's now their de jure lands. Or, sorry, I'll try and figure out a better way of phrasing this. They now have their land included in the top level title because it's now their title, which means that their troop count got added to House Dres's troop count, which now means that they have 2,000 troops instead of 600 troops. Yeah. Anyway, I want to find somewhere for my daughter to go. We're going to find somebody. We're going to go... Let's start with top realm. I want to find some... Do we have any geniuses in the top realm? We have 1. So potentially we could try and get Omavel to educate my daughter. He has space, so he could educate her and she would get a good education. The other option is that we can send our daughter to somebody to teach her magic. In which case we'd have to go outside the realm. Potentially could do that. Although I think the only places are like north currently. So yeah, maybe I'll see if Omavel will educate my daughter. Where are we? Yeah, offer ward. Yeah. I would like you to educate my daughter. Yeah, we know all of this. This is all very expected. Yeah, and he will. Because it's my child? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that works. Cool. And then he's going to be good at it because he is a genius, and genius is the best trait for educating children. It gives you the highest benefit. Okay, let's do that. Also, where is he? Just while we're here. Okay, that's fine. We're going to send her over there. Wonderful. We've also just finished our Zeech in this one. Yeah, so that now means that we have a Hist holding. Oh, which we are actually able to hold with no penalty. That's kind of nice. It costs us a ton of piety to upgrade it, but we're able to hold it with no penalty. That's quite nice. Okay. Back over here. Our ward is setting out. So they actually have to travel across now. That was a change they made when they added the travel mechanic, but shouldn't be a problem for them, hopefully. We've got 40 days left. And we have a son. We have hatchling Zuzalil, who looks even weirder. Okay. That's cool. Well, we'll see what happens later with him. We also just got another 250 piety due to having a son. Lovely. Now taking the holding, it's given us a prisoner, and now we will get taking war score because we hold the holding. So, fantastic. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to end the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.